My name is Gina. I'm 47 years old. I am a wife, a mother, a teacher, and I am on a journey to try and learn to love myself. There are definitely parts of myself that I love, but I do not look in the mirror every day and look at a girl and say, that is an amazing girl, and I love all parts of her, and I want to someday be able to do that. And so I'm starting this channel really as more of just like a video, like a vlog, I guess you guys would call it. I'm kind of old to come to the YouTube channel or influencer. I'm not trying to be an influencer. I just needed like an outlet to share what I was going through. I've been on a journey for about a year and a half. I started working with the most amazing coach, Bonnie Furlong. Um, She's created the Balanced Badass, and she's all about teaching women how to reconnect with themselves and to look inward and love that girl, and be like your own best friend. Embrace the badass. And so it was through my work with her that I felt like I've really all of a sudden opened my eyes and have been starting to break this cycle that I've been in for so many years of, living in fight or flight for over 40 years. And recognizing how that's affected my body physically and mentally, and how I was letting that keep me from the things that I really wanted. I found myself sitting in a place where I had everything I thought I'd always wanted. I had the job I wanted. I have a beautiful home, a beautiful family, and I wasn't happy. I didn't love any of those things. It felt like pressure. I didn't feel motivated to love my body, to love my family in the way I should show up for them, be present for them, to love this house, and keep up with this house that I always wanted. And so I'm just hoping that maybe through being able to kind of talk things out on these videos, it will help me stay on the path that I want to be on. And so I am definitely on a major weight loss journey. I just started, I'm on my 5th week of Zepbound. And while weight loss and getting my body healthy is one very big part of this journey, it's definitely not the most important. My coach would tell me that I need to love my body how it is, no matter what it looks like. And that's always been a really big challenge for me. So it's one big piece of my journey, but it's all these other little things that I'm doing that are helping me be able to even tackle that journey in a way I never have before. Getting up every day and looking at myself in the mirror and just, using like daily affirmations was one of the first things that my coach Bonnie had me start doing. And it felt, and it still feels really weird sometimes to literally get up and look at myself in the mirror and talk to myself, and tell myself things like I'm safe, I'm loved, I am enough, no matter what. And I feel some days I'm still going through those motions. I'm looking in the mirror, I'm saying the things, but do I really believe them? Am I really embodying them? But the routine of doing it every day it definitely gets better. I don't have to try so hard to believe what I'm saying. I'm just going to show you something I've started doing. If you guys can see it, I use a dry erase marker and I write daily affirmations on the mirror, and I will leave them up. Sometimes it's just until I clean the mirror, sometimes until I feel like I need to be hearing something else from myself. Right now, you are strong, you are loved, you are safe. At the very beginning of my journey, just telling myself that I was safe, that I was loved, that I was in a, place where it was okay. I was okay. That was a big shift for me. I didn't realize, I thought that I had moved myself through my trauma so well. I'd gotten out, I got an education, I got a good job, and I was like, man, I kicked that trauma's butt. And then I realized I really was just holding it all in. I was just holding it in a way that was damaging my body, my mind, my image of myself, my image of my self-worth. In a lot of ways, my weight has become like this armor to arm myself so that the real me can't really shine through, because I didn't believe that girl that's inside was worth seeing the light of day. that if she was really out in the light, she wouldn't be loved, even by herself. And I remember this day when I was working with my coach, Bonnie, and she said something about the most important person that needs to love you is you. If your husband loves you, if your family loves you, she's like, that's just a bonus. And it really blew my mind. I was like, what, girl? That's like the opposite of what I would ever think, and how hard it's been for me to do that. And so my goal every day is to look in the mirror and look at that girl and try to love her. Right now, there's pieces of me that I love. There's pieces of that girl that I love, but there's a lot of pieces I don't. And all of these little things that I'm doing every day are taking little steps to get to that point. So I hope you maybe want to go on this journey with me. You maybe want to watch. Maybe you want to comment. Maybe you want to offer support. Maybe it'll help someone else who's been like, what? There's someone else out there that thinks that about themselves. I know for me, I carry a lot of shame, and putting this out on YouTube has been something that I've been thinking about for a while, but it's also been kind of scary because some of these things that I would say to myself in one of these video diaries is not something I would ever say to hardly anybody. I have a few select friends that I've said these things to, but other than that, to put this out in a place where it's going to go out on social media is really scary. But I also know that talking things out, even if it's just with myself right here on the camera, can be really helpful. So I'm hoping that I can use this channel as a tool to help me on my journey to keep myself accountable. I really hope one day I can go back and look at this video and be like, look at where that girl was and look how far she's come. Because I know just to get here today, I've come so far. And so I hope that you come on the journey with me. And I hope that if you are one of those people that already loves yourself, you go and spread that to someone else. And if you don't, I hope you find this inspiring and start wanting to, because she's worth it. That girl that you see every day in the mirror, she's worth it. Whether you think she is, whether someone else thinks she is, you were born worthy. You were born enough. And learning to accept that about yourself is really hard. But I hope we can do it together. So look at that girl in the mirror every day and find something to love.